I love him dearly. He's hilarious. He does a sketch comedy show. I'll talk about it in a few seconds, but he's an actual wolves. He does comedy, and he's hilarious, and I will say it again. He's hilarious. Hey, Jameson Rogers, you want to come up here and be hilarious? Thank you.
Keep it going for Jessica, you guys. I legitimately, she's the best. I actually have my 10. I have my 10-year high school reunion tomorrow with ex-boyfriend, so that's gonna be fun for me. Go to the other mic, all right? Hey, so I'm just gonna double fist this for a little while, and hopefully one of these motherfuckers work. How's it going? I have work at 6 a.m. Hey! Get a cheer for that, do you really?
Yeah!
Oh my God, we're such fucking badasses. This is insane.
And I lost my beer. Hey!
How's it going, guys? My name is Jameson, which means I'm allowed to blame my mom for my first DUI, which is pretty good. I like having that in my back pocket. You know, that's kind of nice. What's weird is I'm Italian. I'm an Italian dude named Jameson, which is kind of like being a vegetarian couple named Angus and Wendy McDonald. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I like being named Jameson though, because if I have a bad day, I can go home and look at the Jameson Irish Whiskey Facebook page and just see like really encouraging things. You know, it's like, oh, I had a great night with Jameson. I had he's the best. Such a really nice guy. And then she's like, oh, Jameson's the best. He's my favorite. And then just like, I keep scrolling. That's my mistake. And then I see something weird. It's like, I had a really strange night with Jameson. You know, I filled my bathtub full of rancid corn. I punched somebody else's dog in the face. And I'm just like, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. I'm not going to take the blame for that one. One of these works. I can feel it. It's in there.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, play a song. I don't know anything about it, man. I tried looking at it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and like back this one up. I feel like this is the one.
Just yell.
If it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Yeah. Yelling seems like it's gonna work fine. There, it almost was. No, dude, I think it's the chord. I don't think it's like. Did I break it with my soul or something? Hey.
What a way to end the show forever.
So, I think
And it's over with.
I think the bare minimum.
Hey, do the Ray Romano.
Oh, just calling out Ray Romano already. All right, I'm gonna just use the stump for a second. I think the bare minimum would be finding the smallest bear. That's what I think. The other day, my girlfriend handed me a Snickers bar, and she said, "Hey, you're not you when you're hungry." And I had to tell her I'm not hungry. I just always look like Steve Buscemi. And she was kind of disappointed. I've heard that a lot. I've heard that, and I've heard a bunch of others. Like, people just think that I look like a lot of people. There's, like, I hear Tom Green a lot, which is not super flattering. You know? I've heard Paul Giamatti a time or nine. That's less flattering. That is not a handsome man. You know? This one lady told me, she's like, you know, you look like Tony Stark if he was like dumber and uglier and fatter. I think she was trying to hurt my feelings, man. That just doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. I don't know, man. Sometimes I worry that I'm going to turn into an Italian stereotype. I can kind of see the pattern forming. Like, there was one day last week I was just like drinking red wine and watching all the Godfather movies. Both of them, you know? There's another day I was just like eating rigatoni and crying about how much I love my mom. And I do. She's great. Just this past Monday was rough, man. I was like complaining to my girlfriend about what a rough day I was having. Just like shoveling lasagna into my mouth. And I realized not only am I a stereotype, I'm also Garfield, which is rough. My girlfriend's cool though, man. I like her a lot. She's a teacher. She used to teach Russian literature because there's some people who, when they get to college, they're not depressed yet. So she likes to make sure that they all have the same opportunities, you know. Now she's teaching English to Chinese kids from America over the Albanian internet. It's actually just the regular internet. I just didn't think there were enough nations represented in that setup. So, but it's cool because like kids get to choose their own names and stuff like that. You know, which I think is super fucking cool, man. So like they get to choose like their own like Americanized names, so it's just like Bob or Phil or Steve or something like that. But like the other day, like she teaches like before I wake up in the morning. So I was like laying in bed the other day and I just heard like, very good, delicatessen. And I was like, what? Delicatessen? And then I was just jealous. Like Jameson, like it's already like kind of a cool name. Like if you hang out with me for too long, you wake up with a hangover and a cardigan. Jameson Rogers is weird. But like delicatessen, I love Italian meats and cheeses. That sounds fantastic. There was the other day, I was like hanging out outside of a gas station, which is probably my first mistake, and I'm just like, and this dude just walks up to me out of nowhere, and he was just like, "Do you see the horizon?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I see the horizon. What's going on?" He's like, "The horizon is ever expanding. You keep going toward the horizon, and this is how you live your life. Okay, always in pursuit of something new." I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how I'm gonna live my life." And then in the next breath, he was just like, "If you ever run out of semen, you can have more semen if you just take vitamin C." I don't know that I've ever run out of semen, you know? Like, it's never been like a situation where I'm like, there's not enough of this here at all. But now I know if I ever find myself in some kind of bukkake emergency, I don't know what happens. I'm not gonna judge, you know? I can just get one of those beer helmets, put orange juice on one side, pineapple juice on the other, a pocket full of Flintstone vitamins, and I can just slam it up like the second coming of Vigo the Carpathian. You guys know what I'm talking about? Ghostbusters 2, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like that's the end, is that right, Casey? I just want to like send you out with the proper aplomb and praise. I just love you so much, man.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I've never been able to send myself off well, so don't you did great, by the way.
I honestly don't know what aplomb means, but I was guessing on that one.
Here's what I want you to have, though. 2 things. 3 things. 1, a kiss on the cheek. 2, zombie takeover television koozie.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's Vincent Jamel.
That's this guy. Aaron England. He put this together, and thank you so much for giving me. I mean, normally it would have been over Wednesday, but we had one last, and I got to fucking disappear, but we're gonna not talk about that. Anyways, Laurel and Hardy, Utopia on VHS.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just saw that, and I thought, that's for you.
That seems like a thing I would love. And I will.
You're the official last guest for now.
Oh, my God.
Now, if I never, ever do it again, you're the last guest ever, but I don't know yet.
I hope that, as much as I'm honored to be the last one, I hope that you keep this going, because it's been a really fun show to do.
I gotta make it better. Every Wednesday, no.